Self-reflection is a great skill to have. Being able to reflect on your actions and your behaviors means that you take responsibility and maybe even more importantly, accountability for the things that you do and how you make other people feel or the results that you get. For me, it was quite a long journey that I kind of took between, 16 and 23 where things weren't going my way or things weren't going as I hoped they would go. And then you kind of almost, when you're younger, blame someone else, don't you? It's quite interesting that it's never your fault. It's always someone else's fault. They haven't done this for you or they've done that which has stopped you. And after a while, after a lot of these things weren't going right, you almost go, well, they're not going right. Even when you take everyone out of the equation, it's not going right for me. How can I be better? So to be better, you have to reflect on what you did, how you behaved. If you hurt someone's feelings, is it that you were too harsh with them or were they supposedly too emotional? And you've got to take that step away and view yourself objectively to see kind of how what you do impacts other people and other things. And I think that self-reflection is a key to self-awareness, being aware of what you do, how you do it, and that everything or most things that you do are within your own control. There's a lot of people out here that don't take responsibility for their actions or behaviors, and it's always someone else's fault, and it's always going to be a big issue that they're not getting what they think they deserve, but they have never looked at their own behaviors and gone, well, these results have occurred because I'm acting this way, because I'm behaving this way. And this is where people get quite stuck. And for me personally, if you are self-aware, can be self-reflective and step away from your actions and behaviors and go really objectively, I've done X, so Y has happened. Is Y what I wanted? If it isn't what I wanted, then I've got to change my behavior for next time. And I always think for me, it's, things with at work or with people where you go, right, they didn't like that. Can I change my behavior next time so they don't feel that way? Or can I change the amount of work I put in so I get a higher mark at university or at school? And it's really just thinking about what can I do better. And I always say to people at the moment, be 1% better every day. So whatever you did yesterday, if you found that you could have been better, then be better. But for self-reflection and all these sort of things, you kind of have to ask yourself questions and be almost really fair with yourself that did you do your best? Was the outcome what you expected? And were your actions positive? If you answer any of these negatively or not in your favor, then you've got to step away and reflect on what you could have, done better or what you failed to do this time, which you'll do next time. Because at the end of the day, no one is in control of your actions or behaviors except from you. And if, you're pushing people away or you're not making yourself particularly popular, then you've got to be self-reflective. I think there's a lot of people that don't engage in this, and you can see that they don't because they don't take accountability or responsibility for their actions, and that might give them quite negative results in the future. So it's just a short video where I hope I haven't rambled too much to go, right, if you want to be more aware and be more humble and just have more control over your life, you need to be able to reflect on the things that you've done fairly to go, where can I improve? Have I done my best? If I haven't done my best, then I need to change my action for next time. And I'm gutted I didn't mention this earlier, don't be someone that goes, I don't know, or it's not my fault. Unless you truly don't know, then you can probably say that, but then follow up with, but you should look here. Or if it isn't your fault, but you're involved in the situation, you can suggest a way to make things better. For me, self-reflection gave me an opportunity to be more helpful and never just leave someone cold and put more effort into things, even if they weren't directly linked with me. Take responsibility and accountability for your actions and your behaviors, and helping people hopefully does a lot for them as it does for you, and shying away from that isn't really helpful for you or anyone else. So it's just one thing that I thought I would share with you. And for me personally, I never want to ask myself when I reflect, should I have done this? Should I have done something differently? I want to do the right thing at the right time and hope that it works out. And for me, it kind of goes into all my everyday behaviors. If someone needs help or looks like they need help, I won't think twice about trying to go over and help them. If someone drops something, then you don't think twice about going up to them, picking it up and say, oh, did you drop this? It's those sort of questions where maybe when I was younger and I was a bit more reckless, I didn't ask myself or feel guilty that I didn't do these things. But now you never want to go, what if I didn't do it? Or what if I did do it? It's doing the most positive action at the right time and not leaving it out for you to think back later on, oh, did I do enough? Should I have done more to help them? What happens if they're really upset because I couldn't do something which I could have made a difference about and helped them? So these are kind of why self-reflection has been a really important part of my life, and self-awareness and accountability and responsibility all matter to me. So hopefully I've shared something useful to you guys, and maybe it will make you think a bit differently about how you engage in life every day. Do drop a comment down below about if you've had any moments like this where you haven't done the right thing and it has played in your mind for a little while. Like the video if I helped. Definitely subscribe to the channel. I am writing out videos every week, so do stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more coming out, so be the first ones to watch it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.